And we are live back here at the EGL Gears Open in Sheffield. My name is Alex Fruin, and I'm joined by Elliot Darko Burgess. It's great to be back casting with you, brother. I can't believe we're sat here in front of this camera together once again.
From the days of UE, we were casting in the Norbreck. What an event.
What an event it was.
To EGL Sheffield, this amazingly hosted event. It's been a pleasure to be here so far, and obviously, like you say, man, it's a pleasure to cast with you again. I'm very, very excited for this matchup. Very
sure is, and what a matchup it will be. We've got Fable, second place at Vegas Fable, yes, that Fable, against what I've just watched, a very strong Spanish squad in Team Lucent. Two fantastic teams. So to recap, Team Lucent are here because they've just played Aerox. We were just on a live feed on Twitter actually with that game. Aerox took the first map, 7-3, looked super promising. And then out of nowhere, Lucent just turned it around. They got up, they were hype. There was so much going on that table. And yeah, the tide turned just, instantly. The second map, straight in Lucent's favor, was like 7-2 or something like that. And then we've just seen a real back and forth third map, which has seen, Lucent come out on top 2-1. Now they're here against Fable.
Well, I mean, I was going to say this about Team Lucent, is that they're a team that heavily rely on the hype. For people who are watching this from home and didn't have the pleasure of seeing their hype talk to Aerox when they were mid-game. They're a team that heavily relies on that hype. They heavily rely on, the communication. Listening to them when they're playing. They're always talking. It's never a quiet moment with them. They're consistently communicating. They're always telling where, obviously it's hard to know this for sure because they speak Spanish. However, from what I gather, you can tell that they're a team that are very good communicators. They heavily rely on the hype, and I think Aerox, essentially, they kind of gave them that hype talk in that first map, like you say, when they won 7-2, and then straight back at the Spanish knew, no, we need to pick this up, and this is exactly what they did, and they won the game 2-1. So,
yeah, they sure did, and of course they've got no small feat in Fable coming up next. I think we've got the picks and bans coming up in just a second. Here we go. So let's have a quick look through this. Harbour being banned out by Fable first. That's been pretty much a staple ban for them. I think they're quite happy not to see that map this tournament. Foundation, on the other hand, being banned out for Team Lucent. I mean, at this point against Fable, you're really kind of choosing what you want to play rather than what you're taking away from Fable, because they can play every map. Dam picked by Fable, no surprise there. Pretty much their favorite map. They always pick Dam. They love placing a boom shot in that pit and just getting dirty in there, scrapping it out. Reclaimed as a pick from Team Lucent. I can actually see why they picked this. Fable did not look good on Reclaimed over in Vegas. They scraped out a couple of wins on it, but they didn't look as strong as they did on Dam. And then moving on, we see Impact as a second ban from Fable. Not too sure if that's just a preference thing there, or they just didn't really mind what came up next. Lift going out from Team Lucent, which leaves us with Forge Blitz at the end. So quite. Dam, Reclaimed, Forge Blitz, quite a regular occurrence of 3 maps, but no way to tell really what's going to happen, because Lucent, it really depends what form they're on.
I think that those 3 maps are very strong for Fable. In MLG Vegas, I believe they beat Optic on one of those maps. I believe it was Dam, I think. I could be mistaken, but Fable, first seed in Europe. The European big boys went to MLG Vegas, came second. What an achievement for them, and obviously, they're going to be massively confident from that. They're going to come in here. They're not going to take anyone lightly. And when they catch fire, if they catch fire, it's going to be really scary for some of these teams. In this European event. We saw it in MLG Vegas. When they were on stream against Ronan, for example, that specific game, they were just so good. They looked so fantastic individually. Really came together as a team as well, and that's what I think Fable lacked. When they were, with Sammy and J-Rage, I think that's what they lacked a little bit. That chemistry, maybe that that togetherness, that structure. And now with Marsh and Krim coming in, they look fantastic. They look scary. They really look scary. Right? They really look scary, and it's fantastic to be a viewer, to be a fan of them. To watch them in action. You know, we're going to see some really exciting things from this event from them, I'm sure, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. We see them on screen right now. It looks like we're just getting a few final preparations
Marsh is
underway.
wearing the hat.
Yep.
Love it.
Always, always. I was speaking to Craze last night, and just a little bit about how they, how they approach this game and how they kind of deal with the bigger teams over in, on the other side of the pond in America. And then, his theory was that they just play execution over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what part of the map they're on or who they're against. All they're looking for is that next fight. They said the rings and the dominations, they will come by themselves so long as they just keep slaying out. And against a team like Lucent, I think that really sets up for some really strong battles because they've got some hell of a good slayers. Yeah. I think there was maybe 2-3 players on Lucent in their previous game, 30 kills or more. Which is mental.
Massive.
Especially when you've got 3 people going off at once. Like, it's going to be a tough challenge for Fable, don't get me wrong, but whether or not Lucent are at that, that pinnacle, I'm not sure just yet.
I mean, as I say, I'm always for, I think I said this in the last game, I'm always for the underdogs. I think the underdogs, I'm consistently rooting for the underdogs. I think it is, it's for the for viewers at home, you want to see a little bit of an upset, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
However, with Fable, I just cannot see it happening. I cannot see it happening in this event. I think that, they are too strong. They've been a team now for, I believe, 5 months, 6 months. They've done fantastic, in Mexico, in MLG Vegas. They're just at that point now where they are a super team. They're getting to the point where they can contest with the likes of Optic, with the likes of Echo Fox, the likes of these huge American teams that have always had so much success, and that's scary for Europe. It's scary for European teams, fighting them in these kind of local events. So
it is.
I just can't see an upset happening with this game, if I'm honest. Even though I do think Team Lucent, like you say, fantastic slayers, have some really great skill in that team. But unless we see out of the ordinary happen, I think this is going to be a Fable 2-0 for me.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't bet against them. They are a super, super strong team. And let's not mince our words. They're not just contenders for beating these big boys. They're contenders for winning pro circuit events, right?
Definitely.
We've seen them against Ghost. Ghost, obviously, phenomenal. Their only team to beat Fable in the last event 3 times as well. So, it says something about their caliber. But Fable are up there. And to have to lose against Ghost 3 times and beat every other team in your way, like, you are a contender for that title. And, they'll be going to the next pro circuit event. They'll be going into this event. They'll be going into every event they go to, hungry for that top spot because, it has eluded them for a while. I think the last win they got was, back EGL in London last time. So it's been a while now, and they've been a few events without this victory. So it's always good to cement your position on that top spot and kind of say, like, to everyone, Europe, come at us. Show us what you're made of.
Yeah. And I was going to say that as well. This is a perfect opportunity for Fable to gain a little bit more confidence in the confidence jar. I don't know what that means, but
dropping a few more coins in.
Dropping some coins in the confidence jar. So as I said, they've come off the back of MLG Vegas. They came second. Coming in into this event, they are very, very strong favourites to win. If they do win this event, I think it's just going to top over that jar, keep that confidence in. And we've got the next major event in July, I believe. So if they win this, that's going to set them up perfectly for that event. So, best of luck to them. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some upsets. Maybe it might not be a Fable 2-0 when we're sitting here, in an hour's time, half an hour's time, saying Team Lucent. What a team.
Exactly. We've seen it before, right? We saw it at Vegas. Optic dropping into the losers bracket.
We did.
Yeah. And it's not out of the realms of possibility. Although I think the Vegas competition in pools was slightly closer than Fable versus Lucent, but I'm not ruling them out just yet. No. I want to talk about another game that's currently, I think it's just started, ongoing on Station 2. It's Supremacy against the Regal Reserve. So Supremacy have come into this as what we'd say second seed, right? Second best team in Europe. Down a player, don't forget that, but we've covered that already. Against Regal Reserve, who are, from pretty much everyone I spoke to account, the best Spanish team. They're better than Lucent, right? So I'm interested to see how that game plays out because for me, that's more likely to be that upset. It's more likely to see Regal Reserve come out flying. But What are your thoughts on that map? Do you think the Regal Reserve have it in them to beat Supremacy, especially at this point?
I mean, Supremacy, we've just seen, you know, play Evo, win 7-0, 7-0. You know, they demolished them. They showed their supremacy. That's
wow. Wow.
So, so yeah, I mean, the Regal Reserve, yes. I think I watched them play. Against I believe it was K Empathy's team, I believe.
Yep.
And they were very strong in that. You know, I think they won 7-2, 7-1. So they are going to be off a high of that. You know, they are going to kind of have that confidence, have built that confidence from that first game. They definitely warmed up as well, which is obviously, you know, brilliant. So yeah, I do think that could be a very, you know, close game. Obviously, Supremacy aren't, you know, the Fable of the world. They haven't lit the, obviously 8th at MLG Vegas was fantastic, but they haven't lit the world on fire like Fable have. So yeah, I think that could be a very close game. I'd like to say, I don't know. In my prediction, I'd probably say Supremacy would take it, but it'd probably be a lot more, a lot closer. Yeah.
A lot closer. Yeah. No, I agree with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching at home, the millions around the world.
The millions.
We're about to go on to Dam here. Dam, obviously, we'll see a lot of action at this pumping area.
I'm excited.
Players are just kind of validating in here. See on the Swarm side, we have Fable, so Crazed, Phelpsy, Krim, Marsh, and Hydrone. And then Lucent, Legends, Exuth, Kubas, Fractions, and
who have no fifth.
Yeah, we're missing a player here. What's going on? It looks like
this is probably a little bit unfair.
Especially against
sure
Fable.
And they've killed each other.
No,
I think they have some technical issues, so apologies for that. You know, I'm sure they'll get their fifth back in straight away. But yeah, I mean, this map. Talk about a little bit about this map. You know. Just to go back to that, obviously I know we've talked about Fable being so dominant on this map, and I mean I haven't had chance to see Team Lucent on this map so much, if I'm honest. So it'll be exciting to see what they can bring to the table. You know, I'm sure that it could be a contest if they do show structure against this Fable side. If they do start winning their 1v1s as well, that's obviously massively important, because Fable are a team definitely who when they start to catch fire in those 1v1s, when they start to kind of really move forward and winning those quite easily.
That's creepy. That's creepy.
that was very, very creepy. But you know, when Fable start to win those 1v1s, they do. It's almost like a you know rolling stone. It just gets higher and higher and higher. So you know, if Fable start to do that to this Team Lucent team, I could see this being pretty one-sided. Yeah, definitely so. I think that's kind of how Ghost got under their skin, right? They're probably the only team currently that can match up against them in that 1v1 situation. Yeah. Obviously, Ghost, some huge slaying power on that team, and the game plan of let's just play execution over and over and over again and get some rings doesn't quite work when you're not alive, right? Yeah. It's the only way that people are going to beat Fable. We are just going to get this game back underway shortly. Few technical difficulties, don't worry about that. We'll get it back underway. See the team of Lucent on your screen right now. I was going to say I was going to say on the screen they look pretty chilled at the moment. They look pretty relaxed, which is good. It's a good start. I feel like, you know, they do look like they're pretty chilled at this moment in time. So that's going to be a good start for them. Yeah,
definitely so. They a lot more relaxed than they did in their game against Aerox, let's put it that way. Yeah, they were on their feet. I'm really curious to see if they actually bring that hype to this game as well. Because the side stations, they're a little bit more intimate, right? You're in the face of the person you're against. If you get a kill, you can tell them. They know about it, right? You're above them. You're above the screens. There's a lumen silhouette in your face. Like, what's going on here? And with the main stage presence, you don't really have that, because you're kind of both facing... You know, you are facing each other, but it's a much more relaxed angle. You're more facing the crowd than anything else. And if they can actually bring that hype to this game, I'm not sure. A, it'll do the same, because they got under Aerox's skin, and B, like, who they're going to aim it at, right?
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I'm going to disagree with you on. I don't understand that. Obviously, when you're in these side stations, you are facing each other, so it's a lot easier to focus someone and you know, talk that, you know, talk rubbish to that individual. But I mean, even on this main stage, although, you know, they are kind of facing out towards the crowd, they are pretty close together. I would not be surprised if, you know, Team Lucent took a round here and we swung to the cameras at the main stage and you saw one of the Spanish guys get up and shout some rubbish at Fable. I probably wouldn't say, given the matchup this is, that would stand in their favour, just because I think Fable would almost, if they start giving them that hyped up, Fable will kind of just shut them down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So until they're kind of got that, you know, that reasonable lead, I wouldn't say hyping up in the early rounds that we do see so often. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. It's going to be really interesting to see how, as I said, how Lucent deal with Fable's individual skill. It's going to be really interesting to see how they, you know, how they kind of fare with the likes of Phelpsy, with the likes of, you know, Crim, Marsh, Hydrone, absolutely crazed, all fantastic players individually, so highly gifted. So it's going to be interesting to see what Lucent can do here, really.
Yep, definitely so. And we are actually back in game, so getting underway. We do have 5v5 this time, and we will. We'll just kind of scroll through these players and see what we can get. Going to be some interesting fights around this plat area. Phelpsy, first one on the camera. He's going to chase Exuths, but let's see.
Very clever there from the Spanish lot. That's 2v1 there on the stairs, but they get shut down pretty quickly by Crim.
Yeah, that's a very nice open there for Fable. 5 dead already. This might be a really quick trip cap if this comes through. Phelpsy's already on the ring and 5 seconds on the board. I'm not actually sure if Lucent can get here. There's 2 seconds to go. 1 kill for Fable goes down, and my goodness, 36 seconds.
But what did I say? What did I literally say just then? How they're going to fare with that firepower? And we saw it there, you know, that I mean, I know it's the first round and we've got a long way to go, but immediately Fable, Crim taking the 2v, Craze getting, you know, a 2-piece, just 5 off the board, and it was in such quick succession as well. It was almost like, you know, Fable came out here to rock and roll. And, you know, you see it as soon as they got that 5 trap. It was a bit similar to the Evo Supremacy match, you know, someone, you know, much lower than Supremacy's skill. As soon as they kind of caught fire, got those 3 kills, 4 kills, it was just straight trip cap. And I have a feeling that Fable are going to do exactly the same thing here, exactly the same thing.
Yep, definitely so.
No fear.
None at all. Let's see what Marsh has got to say for himself this round as we jump on board with him. He's not got a kill. I think he's the no. Okay, sorry, Hydra and he both don't have a kill, but hopefully he can make amends. I know, we got time yet, right? We're nowhere near the conclusion of this series, but Hydra does get that Boltok. Fable opening with the first kill. Legends does fall there. A little bit longer round already, which is good to see.
I'd like to go on board with Phelpsy if I can, just because this guy was so amazing in America when we find Vegas.
Trying to scroll through. There we go. Fable, Phelpsy on his own. He's got 3 kills. Just coming in to support his teammate, isn't he? And just have a big 1v actually here coming up.
No fear, he's running in. Can he take the 2-piece here and B? No, but that's well played by Cougars to wait for the shot there. But that's really well played by Cougars to wait for Phelpsy to come around the corner. And now we see Team Lucent in a position where they can set up here, maybe, you know, gain some points over Fable. And you know, hope that they can contain the Fable's push. But obviously Fable are going to do a what's known as we see quite often in this map. We see a push round the pit area first, back into B. So it's going to be interesting to see how that Lucent fare with this one. Yeah,
just getting a little bit more map control there, aren't they? And then, ooh, that was a really nice play by Cougars, catching Marsh off guard. But Craze has just come from nowhere to return that kill, and he's going to try and pick up a second, just get the down. And slight bit of missed movement there. We'll see him drop as well. Teammate in hand though. What we got going on over here? I see Fractures just lancering everybody and everything, but seems to be on his own. He's going to be in a fight. Raised a lot of trading in and out here right now.
Yeah, I think this round. I think this round specifically is, especially is back and forth at the moment. You know, it's definitely very heavy shotgun though. I haven't seen a lot of lancering and setups go on. So we knew. Well, these two teams, especially Lucent, are quite heavy shotgun players. So, but yes, it's definitely back and forth at the moment, Fru. It's definitely back and forth at the moment. Definitely
so. And yeah, bit of a slugfest. We see Fable getting kind of cornered into this back pipe, and Cougars comes in with 1 kill. He's going to pick up a second as he gets that meat shield taken out by Hydrone. And Hydrone is going to do his best in this 3v1 situation.
Don't do it, Hydrone! There's the 1. He's going to get the 2. Oh.
He does get the 3 with a little help from his friends, but really nice play. Yeah. We see the fight continue as 2 more members of Team Lucent fly up into the pumping station. Legends picks up the first kill, and he's going to look for his double as well.
This is very close. A lot closer than I expected, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely so. Legends really well played there, actually. Doesn't actually drop.
Oh! That's brilliant there from Furtons.
See you later, double kill. Fable getting outslayed here, outpointed, and Lucent looking to get their first round on the board already. Fantastic play.
No, that was absolutely fantastic, and you know, we saw the first round. We saw Fable really come out and take five kills already, but you know, Lucent do a fantastic job here to contain Fable's shotgunning ability. Definitely, you know,
that's it.
They look. Look at that. They look good. They look good. They look good here. Shotgunning individually, they look good here. This is brilliant. This is brilliant from Lucent. This is exactly what I want to see.
It is. I mean, it's still early doors, but as far as rounds go, that was a fantastic round for Team Lucent. They wanted that on the board as early as possible, and at 1-1, you can't really complain. Hydrone, I wonder what he's going to be placing. He's looking on the sniper in this middle area, but is it going to be a boom shot at pit?
No, I think.
Is it though?
2-1.
What was that, your odds?
Boom shot. No.
Okay. So
I was just about to say, and I didn't want to say it in case I did put a boom shot up here, but I think Fable might play this quite slow at this stage. You know, I think it's just going to, you know, it's 1-1, early doors. I think they're just going to play this slow.
All right, let's jump on board with Legends. First spawn here for Team Lucent. Obviously, the plat got crossed out just then, so no more weapons on the board this round. It's going to play out exactly the same as the previous one. We do see Fable picking up that Boltok once again. Different member of Fable. Different member of Boltok. Different member of Fable picking up that Boltok. No, I'm not. It's early. Let's see what Fable Phelpsy can do with this. He's going to chase down.
This is no fear from Phelpsy here to run, you know, almost into the home hill of Team Lucent. But yeah, again, it's very back and forth. No, you know, there's not been notable kills on one side. It all seems pretty much one goes down, two goes down. But we see Craze here with the bolt. Oh, that's brilliant! That's absolutely fantastic there from Craze to get that headshot on Furtons. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I apologise if I pronounced that incorrectly.
I'm not too sure either, but we can call in that for now. We'll ask him after this game. That really was a nice ball.
That was beautiful. That's what we expect from someone like Craze's individual skill.
Yeah, that's the caliber of play you see at that top end. Exhausted just drop, although we do see downs coming in. That was a really sloppy move from Cougar, sadly. Almost could have traded out there. And looks like Lucent are just going to drop back off, defend their home hill, kind of keep themselves composed. This is a big push coming in from Fable, though. It's 5v3. Got one member of spawn for Lucent who may come in. Fractures just get a first kill, and Fortunes just get the second.
That's
3 now for Team Lucent, and Phelpsy just.
That was brilliant. But Phelpsy is having none of it. He's in a 2v1 here, and they're doing well to kind of shut him down with the Lancers. But Phelpsy, the movement, it's crazy legs, but he goes down.
He just go down.
And obviously now we see Lucent on the B hill, so that, you know, they may have a 2-cap here. This gives them a perfect chance to set up, regain some points, regain some, you know, some structure, and then push forward. So well played by Lucent to kind of. They were obviously a very sticky situation there. Very well played for Lucent to get out of it. So,
and the point lead. Look at it. It's like 15.
Very close.
It's really close. That's going to be overturned very shortly. But Crazed doesn't want that to happen. Another headshot coming in from him. Missed that sadly. But we got a little 1v. See what Phelpsy can do right now. Looks like he's running. He doesn't want any of that actually. Oh, he's got a 2v1. That's why he knows. He's got better awareness than I have, obviously. And let's jump on board with Cougars.
But that's brilliant. I mean, it says it all, really. I mean, Phelpsy didn't go down there. You know, he did so well to keep his life, and now Fable have got 4 dead. I think one person just come out. It's one guy on B. They're going to take him down as well. So now they've got a trip cap opportunity, and he's showing him no love. Marsh is showing him no love, and that's Fable's round. So yeah, it's back and forth, but. You know, we see there Fable just have that edge. You know, they have that edge to turn it around quite quickly. I mean, as I said, Lucent did a great job in shutting them down when they were in a trip cap opportunity. But, you know, I think Fable, in these really tight scenarios, they're going to have that edge. They're going to close it out. I don't think Lucent are going to be able to handle the little things. Like, for example, Phelpsy there being on the platform, not going down, keeping his life well. You know, it's little things like that Fable now have become a team, a structured, well-organised team. That, you know, they can do little things like that. They're starting to get the little things right. So,
yeah, just cutting out those sloppy mistakes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen. I don't want to call Cougars out, but we did see Cougars kind of like new roll in a little bit a couple of times in that round, and just eradicating those tiny mistakes, we'll see Lucent going so much further. And I don't want to count them out because it is only 2-1, but that's the kind of sloppy mistake you got to cut out. Maybe one round, while you're warming up, but it can't be happening all game.
No, definitely not. Especially, especially not against this Fable team. They can't afford to have those small mistakes. They really can't.
No, we can't.
They're going to have to be on point. They're going to have to be faultless the whole game. Every single situation they're going to have to be faultless. Or Fable are going to do a great. Are going to be, because of the type of team there. Look, we see there Marsh taking the 2-piece there, and Hydro gets the third. And again, showing no love, this Fable team, no love at all. But yeah, again, shutting it down pretty quickly. Marsh did brilliantly to get the 2v1 there, but yeah, shutting it down. Small mistakes, small little imperfections in structure in the B hill there. Saw Fable capitalise quite quickly, and we saw the round go. So yeah. Yeah,
we did indeed. That was a very quick round
Boom,
for Fable.
Let's go.
I don't know, man. It's Lucent that's placing. They want to get rid of that. Well, I say that as we scroll over to the bottom pit, but no, the snipes are coming out. I quite like that.
I'd just like to point out that the game that Team Lucent had just have, I believe it was Cougars, got 2 incredible headshots with this weapon, the M-Bar. He is a fantastic player. If it gets in the hands of if it gets in the hands of Cougars, I'd like to immediately go to spectate on him.
Well, let's
just because I feel like we can put on a show.
Let's see what's going on. Looks like Legends is first into that pit, and Fractures just pick up the first kill. Trading out though, like with bit of a sloppy battle, but it is going round. Two dead for both teams, and it's still going on. Legends trying his best, but gets flanked, and Exuths again. Oh, I hear this. See you in a bit, Exuths. You are back to the spawn queue very quickly, so without a head. Without a head.
I know I've just banged on about Cougars being fantastic with it, but look at Craze. You can't follow it. You can't ever sleep on Craze with that weapon as well. So I should have said that first.
It's all right. We're on board now. Oh man, the visual effects of this weapon is fantastic as well. The little shot.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's going to be a dirty shot if he does hit it, but he's looking for montage clips now. He could have made it there.
I'm at the edge of my seat here. If I get a headshot from that far away, I'm not going to fall. Don't worry, Fruz. I'm still on my seat. But if I get a headshot from that far away, I'm going to scream. I apologise for the viewers at home.
It's all right. Oh!
I thought that was it.
He's teasing us, man. He's teasing us. Let's just recap what's actually going on in the game rather than just screeching over Craze at the moment. We do see 2 caps in Fable's favour, so the points are going slightly in their in their lead. 60 points to 50. So by all means, that was close. By all means, not far off at all. They've done really well to down him though. It's a great Lancer fire from Fractures and Exuth. Do get the revive. Pockets the M-Bar.
That's
very smart. And I'm honestly not sure how Lucent have just lost that. Maybe a third member?
I'm going to put it down now. I just think that, again, was just a small mistake on their aggression. Gave Fable a chance to sneak the kill then. Again, it's smart. And look how quickly Fable have turned this around. Lucent were in a position to take B, get some organisation, keep a cap in that B hill. But Fable have just done such a great job to turn it around quite quickly, and they're just outslaying them at the moment. I think Fable are literally outslaying them. We knew that was going to happen just because of the skill they have, but it's just Fable. This is classic Fable. This is what we love to see from this top European team. We love to see it.
Definitely so, and they are stepping it up slightly each round. We can tell that they're still warming up this Fable. You've got to remember, this is their first game, right? Yes, Lucent have just come off a real hot game against Aerox.
How scary is that?
And Fable, they usually have reasonably good first games, but it is still their first game. They're still getting used to it. 4 rounds in, they'll need a few rounds just to get back to their kind of normal selves, let's say. But
they're doing very well here, Fable, to back off, to keep the 2 cap, keep the points. They're not playing for trip caps or anything like that. They're not pushing on. We do see Phelpsy making a move into B as Team Lucent have decapped the B hill. Crim. There you go, and that's all she wrote, folks. That's all she wrote for that round.
Yeah, 4-1. Fable looking real strong right now. We see Lucent on screen. They do look a little bit stressed. See maybe a little bit of kind of anxiety coming out on that stage. I mean, they are on stream. I know a lot of people are watching them as well. I was in the Twitch chat and the Mixer chat before now, kind of keeping a live update of their previous game, and there is a lot of Lucent supporters out there.
And rightly so.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of people out there backing them, and fair play to them. They've got a solid team here. And for their first game on main stage, first game on stream to be against Fable is pretty unlucky, but
it's hard. I mean, we've seen it.
They're not going to get harder games from here, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I was saying it earlier to Toby as well that, you know, these first 3 games we've seen so far are, I mean, this is the closest matchup we've had so far, you know, on stream. And, you know, to go, yeah, like you say, Team Lucent, you know, they are off the back of a very convincing win over Aerox. But, you know, to go against Fable, the top seed of the EU team, you know, now is yeah, it is a hard, you know, no matter how warmed up you are, it is a hard feat to take. So, you know, it's pretty unlucky. But you know, as I can't believe we just missed that, Fruz. I cannot believe we just missed that.
I got it perfectly. It was a flyby headshot.
But no,
you pay good money for that.
I would love that. Yeah, definitely. But no, we see Fable here shutting the rounds out pretty quickly. You know, they are showing dominance. I mean, that second round when Lucent did show a little bit of life, which I say a little bit of life, when they did show that they could, you know, they could compete with them on a shotgun basis, has now turned around to Fable saying, actually, hang about. No, that's not going to happen. So now look, 4 rounds in, 6 rounds later, and we see Fable 5-1 up. So I said that at the start, that this Fable squad have the ability, especially playing these European teams, they have the ability to shut people out pretty quickly. You know, you look at someone like Optic in their, you know, in their prime. I mean, I know they've only gone out of one MLG event, and I'm not, you know, I'm sure they'll come back stronger than ever when the next MLG event in July. But you know, yeah, Fable did such a good job to kind of go with their likes of them and show they could do it. So.
Oh, that they do. And right now we see this fight. I mean, the rings have switched around, obviously, so we've got this more central plat hill.
And shorter respawn times as well. I won't be surprised if we start seeing some
life.
That was very, very good there from Cougars to get a kill on Crim. But he goes down.
Got to play your life, man. You've got to play your life. And when you're full red like that, you can't be running out into Lantify. Just cost his team a couple of kills there.
Fractured in a very, very bad spot.
Fractures, yeah. That is a spot of circumstances there. He couldn't really have avoided that, sadly. Just the last member of his team to fall. We see the setup coming from Hydrone. It looks like they're quite happy to play 2 hills for now. This is a different Fable. This really is.
So what we've seen so far, definitely.
Yeah, like
I was actually just thinking that.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see a new life in Fable. Maybe they've realised that sometimes they do need to be able to play this 2-hill game.
Well, switching it on and off, you know, it's knowing when to play. It's knowing when to play the trip cap. It's knowing when to play the setups, and you know, as they've matured as a team, they've realised that is the case. You know, back in the day, probably about 6 to 8 months ago.
Going to get caught out here. There he goes, Phelps. He played that so patiently, and he's looking for the double kill as he fights another 2 members here of Lucent. They do clean him up very quickly, though. Xuth coming in. He's been impressing me this game, actually, Xuth. He's on 15 kills already, so pretty well, pretty well received in terms of kills. A lot of time dead, but you know, he's matching them shotgun-wise.
He is. Definitely.
And he's always in good positions. Look at this. Got 1 down. See if he can pick up this kill. If he manages to get this kill, this is big. We do see 2 down from the side of Fable already. Hydron and Craze do fall. Marsh. Oh, no.
Marsh with a 2-piece there. Hey, Hill. He's going for the 3rd as well. He's showing no fear. He wants this 3rd piece. Is he going to get it? He is indeed.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. Bit of teabag to go with it as well.
No love. But I was saying, you know, going back to my point just earlier, is that Fable have that ability to switch. They have become a versatile team. They have the ability to switch, be aggressive, and then, you know, also set up and play for team fire. So yeah, they're a great squad. They're a great squad now. Oh
yeah, definitely so. We do see the timer ticking down, 190, but we do see 3 dead from Fable. This might be a turn if Exuth can get over it. This is a big 1v1 for Exuth. Oh, he's got to shoot, man. He's got to shoot. If he doesn't shoot, he's never going to win it. And Craze is just taking the double kill.
Well played.
Winning the round for himself. That's 6-1 now.
I think there might have been like maybe a misfunction, a misfunction with his controller or something. Because I'm pretty sure
that's his finger. That's his finger right there.
A misfunction with his finger or something. Because I'm so sure that he was going to take the shot then and kill him, but
just held his shot a little too long.
Yeah,
right?
Craze did a fantastic job to take the 1-piece and then the 2-piece. Brilliant play by Craze. Brilliant play.
Definitely so. 6-1, man. 6-1. Lucent have got a long uphill struggle ahead of them if they're going to get back into this.
They do, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I see, if we see something something big being put down here. Oh, okay, so some incense, okay. But no, Lucent are in a very difficult spot. And we knew before we came into this matchup that Fable were so strong on this map. Lucent are going to have to do something here to really come back and show life. It's going to be very impressive if Lucent can kind of build momentum and start taking some more rounds. Yeah,
that it will. That said, I do like the incendiary drop. There is kind of Fable's Antichrist. They do get a lot of teams placing that down against them because it can deny a lot of this early aggression that you see from Fable and Fractures. That was a lovely double kill, my friend.
I think he's going for the trip as well.
Doesn't need it, man. Cougars is there and 4-4 for Fable. That's a real hard sentence to say. And Decap coming in. That surprised myself. Fractures is going to try and hold the barrels as Fable come on spawn. And we see Domination coming in. Fractures picks up another kill. Gets the revive as he comes in, but it's going to be close if it happens. Fortune's rather getting 2 more. Maybe he gets a 3rd as he looks. There's the incense that I'm talking about. The Antichrist is here.
That's a great.
Fable falls.
I was just saying as well that Team Lucent needs something to build momentum off, and that's a perfect round. And such aggression, such confidence to show that aggression against Fable, and it paid off for them massively, and they did very well to kind of take the 1-piece, take the 2-piece as they were coming into their home hill. Fable, Lucent. So great round.
Definitely so, and we're seeing Fable get to hover another weapon pick, looking like Marx's so far, but
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Boltox.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Oh, they're going to place Team Lucent's weapon for them. That's real mind games that work there. It's like, no, we like that pick. Come and fight us again for it.
I think Craze maybe saw that Cougars went off in the last match and was like, nah, you ain't coming here and show me up. So Craze has maybe had something to prove.
Maybe. So that said, let's have a look at Krim, see what he's going to be doing. Obviously, going to be quick up to this plat area. Nice little jump up there, doesn't take any damage at all, and gets the first kill on Exuth. He's going to look for a second. He has seen the member of Lucent coming up behind him, gets the incense anyway.
He knows he's there, he knows he's there.
Yeah, he does. He played that well. Loads of time in. 3 dead from Team Lucent now, and Fable looking in complete control. And
I'd just like to point out as well, they put 5.
Oh, Fractures!
Don't think anyone capped the home, and this is quite interesting.
Fractures just saved the day there.
I was going to say that they put 5 to that end.
Oh, what a play!
They definitely wanted it.
This guy is going off. He's having a fantastic round. They did manage to kill that M-bar as well. Yes. They killed the M-bar. They've just killed the incendiaries. They've picked the M-bar up, and now it's in Fracture's hands. Is he going to give it Cougars, or is he going to keep it?
It's a reverse of the weapon.
This is it. Let's actually see what Lucent can do with this weapon, because we see a fight going on. Hydrone.
Oh,
there's the headshot.
There it is!
Fractures.
There it is!
Looking for a second. Nope.
If he had got that, I'd be...
there's a second!
There's a second.
Fractures, you're a monster, my friend. Looking for the 3rd. Oh, why do you tease us like this, Fractures? Come on. You can do this.
We were saying it as well.
There it is, man. He's going off. What a round. Charging up. Does see the member. He knows where his next victim is. Although that smoke grenade is going to say, back on off. Back on off.
So now we see they will get this 2 cap. The points are pretty close in this round as well. Oh, no, he's just done that.
That was a fair headshot, but wrong team, wrong place.
This is confident. This is confident. He gets the 1-piece.
He's got an headshot as well.
Fractures is going off right now.
Ooh. Man. Spider senses, they're tingling. There's another headshot. He's finally taken out. This man was on a mission. Krim. What a burning mess. He's been shut down again by Fortunes, and the Lancer's coming in, and he's going to just dive through the flame. Nah, doesn't make it quite through.
That, yeah. Nah. I mean, he had to help his teammate, but obviously I thought he had more life than what he did, so it's unfortunate from the lad there.
Yeah, I think he just got caught out on the pillar, right?
I would just like to point out that Fractures went absolutely off there. That was fantastic from him. I think he took about 5 kills in that series. So, and now we've got Craze with the M-bar.
Just hit the first shot there. Slowed down Exuth a little bit.
If he gets it through the smoke.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way you can top what Fractures just did there. With a headshot through the smoke. Phelps he's cleaned up that kill, and Exuth does fall. We do have 2 dead from Lucent right now, and there's the lineup. But we do see another double couple of kills coming across from the other side, and there big push is on here through the middle gate, and they have made it up. One does strike.
This is a very big encounter, and Phelps is doing a brilliant job here to stay back in the smoke, and Craze gets one as well. So Fable have done a great job in shutting Team Lucent's push into E-Hill down.
Yeah, I don't know how Fortune's ended up there, but Legends is no problem, and Craze gets one. Hydron comes in with a second headshot. So many headshots this game.
This is such a frantic match. It's almost quite hard to cast because there's just kills flying everywhere, and we're seeing some fantastic individuality on display at the moment. So it is pretty hard, but obviously, the points are very tight in this round. So but no, I was going to say if Lucent could do something there, then we could see it turn. But Marsh and Craze doing a great job in shutting these guys down, and he's gone up there, and Craze does a great job there in shutting the Lucent team members coming into the E-Hill. Now we see Fable take map 1. So that was towards that 6-2. That was so close. I thought Lucent were going to get back in the game. I really did. I thought they were going to kind of come back. After that fantastic round to win to go 6-2. I thought Lucent, and here obviously we saw some amazing plays. Fractures, absolute incredible plays that he just made then. So it was very unlucky from Lucent to lose that last round there. But, again, we talked about it. Fable just have that little edge. They have that edge to be able to shut down those close rounds. And I think we're going to, in this next series especially, Reclaimed Fable are very good at this map. So I think we're going to see the same, pretty much the same thing happen.
I kind of have to agree. I think the Team Lucent look a little bit down on themselves. They're not the smiley, happy selves they were in the previous map. But that said, Fable do deserve props there for absorbing that pressure, because Lucent were going off and they still won the round. Fable still won the round. They still had control, and that's the caliber, right? That's the high quality caliber that we see from this team just coming into play right there. They can, they can have someone really going off against them, putting them in the respawn, but they didn't lose their footing in the map. They still had that map control at all times. They had power weapons, Lucent had power weapons, they had map control, they had men up, but still, Fable came back and won the round, 7-2. That's got to be disheartening, man.
Yeah, it is. But obviously, they have to pick themselves up now. They lost, to say it here, to note that, Team Lucent in their last game, they lost the first map to Aerox, and they came back and won 2-1. So they obviously are a team who, if they can get their heads up, build that confidence, get a little bit of hype amongst the team and the communication, they can come back. They've shown that already. But yeah, I mean, Fable,